Hi, I'm Maggie from maggiescrochet.com, and this video is sponsored by Premier Yarns. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make this adorable little pixie bag, and that's what it's called, and it's an intermediate skill, and it uses this amazingly fun, adorable yarn, which already has the pom-poms in it. And this is called Pom Pom Party. And I guess this is the hottest European fashion trend, and especially for kids, this is just so much fun to work with. So this comes with 8 pom-poms on each skein, and this pattern calls for 2 skeins of the pink and then 1 skein of the cream color right here. And so that's going to give you about 24 pom-poms the way I figure it. And this is 100% acrylic, and it's hand washable, and the crochet gauge is a number 7 crochet hook, and the knitting gauge is a size 6 knitting needles. So this bag is perfect for little kids to carry stuff in. It actually has little straps in the back to carry it like a little backpack, so it's really cute. And the size is 10 inches by 11 inches, and you will need 2 balls of cupcake yarn, which is this pink yarn, and then 1 ball of jelly bean, which is this cream colored yarn, and a size G crochet hook, and whatever, or if you want to match gauge on the pattern, but gauge on a project like this isn't that important. And then you'll also need a yarn needle, and the links to everything are listed below, and I want to thank you very much for watching. And now I'm going to take you to a close-up to show you how to make this bag. So here's a close-up of the Pixie bag, and this was done in Cupcake and Jelly Bean. Cupcake is the pink and Jelly Bean is the white. And I'm going to be using, let me see what my colors were, Neon Pop for the white, and then the green is called Spring Bloom. So I wanted to show you first that it opens up into a skein like this. So the best thing to do with this is to unravel the whole thing and wind it in a ball before you even get started. So I thought I would go on camera and show you what to do with this. So the little strands that go across to hold the strands together, the main strands, you can go ahead and cut those. You want to be really careful not to cut into the long strands of yarn, but they come off like that. So there's at least 2 on here. I've got these great little scissors. Okay, I think I just cut a strand actually. Hopefully not, but I might have. Yeah, I think I did, like right there. Unless that's the start. I don't know. But anyway, you want to try to get these little strands off. And there were knots, but I chose to cut them. So maybe you want to undo the knots. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and go off camera and wind this into a ball. And then I'll come back and we'll get started on this cute little project. So here's my cute little balls of Pom Pom Party all wound up. And I highly recommend winding it up before you even get started, and that was quite an experience, but I think because of how cute this yarn looks that worked up, it's way well worth the effort of doing this. So anyway, on this pattern from Premier, it's folded together and then there's a seam, but I'm going to show you how to do it without having to worry about a seam. So what I've done here is I'm doing half the actual pattern, and this actual bag started with a chain 72. So I'm going to do half that, and I'm going to chain 36, so my bag will come out half the size of that. And so I've chained my 36 right here, and what I need to do now is join with a slip stitch to form a big ring, and usually the pattern will say, being careful not to twist chain, join with a slip stitch to form a ring. So I have all the loops facing me, all the little ovals, and what I want to do is just bring my hands together like this and then insert my hook right here in the first chain, and then I'm going to yarn over like this, and then I'm going to finish a slip stitch right like that. That's what it means to be careful not to twist and join the big ring. So now all of these will, if I turn this like this, my ovals, and I work along that top ridge all the way around, then it'll be untwisted and it'll come out nice and even. So on row 1, I'm going to just chain 1 and work a half double crochet in each chain around. So right in that first chain that I joined in, I'm going to go ahead and put a half double crochet stitch right there. And then I'm going to make sure that my ovals are facing me like that. And I'm going to go around, and either you can go on the top 2 or just the top 1, whatever you prefer. I'm going underneath the top 2 strands right now, and I'm just working a half double crochet into each chain around. So then I'm going to have the same amount of chains as I started with in the beginning. I mean, same amount of double crochet stitches. So or half double crochet stitches. So I'm going to have 36 half double crochet stitches when I get done. So I'm just going to go all the way around here with half double crochets. So just continue around and do a half double crochet stitch into each chain around, and then I'll come back on camera and show you how to join and how to do the next rounds. So I'm all the way around my circle, and I want to just count and make sure I have 36 half double crochet stitches, and you'll be doing the full bag, and you will be able to count 72 half double crochet stitches. But I just go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 35, and I have one more to do, which is correct. Okay, so now I'm going to have 36, and you want to make sure that you've got your 72. So I'm going to go in here and work my last half double crochet right there, and there's what the joining looks like. You might want to pull on your little original slip knot right there to make that a little more even. And then I'm just going to join, because I did a chain 1 and an actual stitch in the beginning, I'm able to join with a slip stitch to the first half double crochet. So I'm just going to go underneath those 2 loops like that, bring that loop out, and bring that through the loop on my hook. So that's how you do round 1. Now for round 2, I'm just going to chain 1 again, and I'm going to work a half double crochet in the same stitches joining right there. And then I'm just going to work a half double crochet in each half double crochet around. So continue working like that just for round 2. And on the full size bag you go to round 4, but I'm just going to go to round 2 so I can show you how to do the next pattern rounds. So continue around here working 1 half double crochet in each stitch around, and then I'll come back on camera and show you how to do the next rounds. So just half double crochet around and join your round and finish off, and then get your alternate color ready, and I'll show you how to do these 2 rounds. So for the next round, on the full version, you'll be, this will be round 4, and I'm just doing a little half sample here. And so on the next round, which is right here, so yours will look like this with the 4 rounds. And now I'm going to show you how to do these 2 rounds right here. So the whole bag just alternates between the solid half double crochet rounds and then these rounds right here for the groups of 3 half double crochet. And then just as you're crocheting, these pom-poms come up, and hopefully one will come up here in a minute, and then I'll show you how to work that through. And then there's a little chain for a drawstring here, and then it's woven between one of these rounds of 3 double crochet groups. And then at the very top edge, there's just a round of half double crochets in the top of the 3 double crochet group, the contrasting color rounds. So anyway, let me get back to this here. And so now you're going to join with, I'm going to show you how to join with a half double crochet. You could do this in any stitch, and you yarn over, you have your slip knot on your hook, you yarn over, insert your hook in any stitch that you want. I'm going underneath the 2 loops. I'm going to yarn over, pull that up. Now I have 3 loops on my hook like that, and then I'm going to draw through all 3. Even if that one spins around, you need to get it back in order right there. The other option is to join with a slip stitch, and you can insert your hook and then take your slip knot, bring it forward, chain 1. Maybe that's an easier way to do it. And then you work a half double, 1 half double crochet here. Then you're going to skip 2 half double crochets and work 3 half double crochets in the next group. So all the way around, you skip 2 and you work 3 half double crochets in the next group, in the next half double crochet. Okay, then I'm going to skip 2 half double crochets and 3 half double crochets in the next half double crochet. So all the way around, just like that. Skip 2, okay, so I'm going to continue going around, and then on the next round I'll show you how to work in between these sets of 3. So I've gone all the way around with my sets of 3 half double crochets, and when you count, mine has, let me see, mine will have 12 sets of 3, and yours will have 24 sets of 3. If my math, yes, yours, you should be able to count 24 sets of 3, and since mine is half, I only have 12. So now, when I get ready to finish this round, if you recall, I only worked 1 half double crochet in the first stitch. So to match the other groups, I have to put 2 more in the first stitch that I worked in, 2 more half double crochets. So I just do that, and there's a reason for that being split up like it was. And I haven't reached a pom-pom yet. So I'm hoping I reach one here so I can show you how easy they are to work in. Okay, so now to join, I'm going to just slip stitch in the first half double crochet like this. So that puts me in a position to work right here in the next space between the 3 double crochet groups, like right here. So what I'm going to do is slip stitch in there like this. I'm going to chain 1 and I'll work 3 half double crochets in that same space. And then I'm going to work 3 half double crochets in each space around. This is really a super easy pattern. So just like this. So you're working between the 3 half double crochet groups in the space between them. And that goes by really fast because you don't have to look for a specific stitch to work into. Like that. Like that. So it's going to look like that. So it reminds me of Little Martians. It's so cute. I have no idea how they got all those little pom-poms on that yarn. It's amazing, really, when you think about it. Okay, so saves us a lot of work. They do all that work for us. Okay, so I'm almost done here. So I'm just putting 3 in each one around. I'm going to have the same number. I'm going to have 12. You're going to have 24 sets of 3. Like that. Then you join with a slip stitch to the first half double crochet like that, and then you finish that off. Okay, so then you will switch to the main color, which is the green. And then you will join the green again in any stitch, it doesn't matter. Oh, it's the only thing about this, you gotta unwind around these little balls. This is really funny. Okay, so so now you start with a slip stitch and you join in any stitch here, and I'm gonna take the slip stitch off, put my hook in, bring the slip stitch forward like this, chain 1, and then I'm gonna half double crochet in each half double crochet around. And this will start the next repeat of 4 rows of solid half double crochets, and it's also going to be the same round for your finishing at the top right here. And then your drawstring goes through the first round of this little contrasting color, these groups of 3, and it's just woven in between those groups. And then the chain is just a let me check my pattern here. The chain is just a yeah, you chain until it's 30 inches long, and then you finish off, and then you take a pom-pom from the yarn and you sew 1 pom-pom on each end. So that's what was done here. And then for the straps here, you will chain 46 in the main color, and then you just half double crochet in each chain across, and you work that for 7 rows, and then you slip stitch with the half double crochet matched up with the chain rounds. So basically, if this were your 7 rows right here, you're going to match up your foundation chain right here with your stitches of round 7, and you're going to fold them in half like this, and then you're going to slip stitch those stitches together. So it would look something like this. So you would go into your stitch of row 7 and pick up the corresponding loop of the starting chain and just slip stitch like this. So that's how you would do the straps. So you catch the stitch on each side and line them up stitch by stitch like that. I'm going to get my hook out of there. So anyway, you do these 2 straps, and then you sew them on the back, and you don't have to worry about the seam if you do it the way I have just shown you how to do the big ring. You would just fold this in half at any point, And then you would go, let me take my little slip stitches out of there. Somewhere. I love singing. I don't know why. I don't even sing good. Ugh. It's terrible, but I still like it. So anyway, at any point you can fold this in half and then sew across the bottom to get the bottom of your bag like that. So I think that's basically all you need to know. The only other thing I really want you to see is when one of these pom-poms comes up. So it should be coming up any minute now. So let me try to get one to come out here and I'll show you. So cute. I love these colors. You know, if you wanted to make this narrow like this with this 36, I don't know if that would be big enough, but I was thinking of if you did it really long, you can make like a yoga mat bag. Ah, there's one. Isn't it cute? Look. Okay, so I'm going to pretend right here that I'm working along with a half double crochet stitch. Okay, so I'm going to go right here. Let's tear this green out. Okay, so let's say I'm just pretending I'm working along a half double crochet. That was a double. Ugh, start over. Okay, so let me join my yarn here. Okay, pull that through, chain one, and I half double crochet in my first stitch, and then I'm gonna half double crochet in my next stitch like that. Okay, now I got to deal with the pom-pom. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is go as far as I can go on this side of the pom-pom. My yarn over, go like this, pull the yarn up like this, and I'm going to yarn over. I'm going to go as close into that as I can. I'm going to yarn over with that. So I'm like really into that pom-pom. Let me show you that one more time. So I'm going to do a half double crochet stitch. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to pull that through. I still have a little bit here. I could pull the other side through like that, and I think that's good enough right there. It's going to have a little bit of a gap right here, but that's okay. Now I'm going to push it over to this side and then continue on with my stitches. You want to make sure you don't skip any stitches under here, and then just continue on as if it wasn't even there, and now it's crocheted in to your work. Isn't that neat? So that's how the how it works when you're working with the pom-pom yarn. So I hope that you enjoyed the video, and make sure that you subscribe to our channel, and the links to everything are listed below. Thank you for watching.